If you clicked on this video, it's probably because you have a desire to serve God that's burning inside your heart, but you're not sure if the plan that you have is the plan that He has for you. We've all been there, and sometimes it can be hard to distinguish between our will and His will. It can also be scary at times to go out on faith alone and trust that God will provide for us. Well, today I spoke with someone that did exactly that and left everything he had in order to pursue what God had put in his heart. Here's his experience and what he has taken away from it.
It has been the wildest ride, and I've been on a lot of wild rides. I have to give God credit for His brilliance and His gentleness in my life. When I left, I thought I was going to make basically conspiracy content. It was going to be Christian influence, Christian undertoned conspiracy content. I didn't think it was going to be full-blown apologetic ministry reaching, I think we have over 50 million views at this point. If you trust the living God, you can't see Him. It's super counterintuitive. But if you trust the living God, He always comes through. He's done this for me in my life so remarkably, but He always forces me to choose Him over the world. And this has been happening for decades now. So, status update, God is providing for my family. I don't even understand it. We ran out of money about a year and a half maybe, and we're still going. And my agreement with God is that as long as He provides for my family, I will continue to do this. I've evolved as a filmmaker or as a content producer. We've had a ton of reach, and I don't know where this goes particularly, but as of now, God has absolutely seen us through this. And stay tuned. We'll see. We don't know. There hasn't been a paycheck that says you're covered for the rest of your life, but we just know God has developed this with us, that He's going to provide and that His will is going to be accomplished. And we as a family are in that area. And we have a community, a Discord community, and hundreds of people at this point really behind us, encouraging us to keep going as we intend to. The mission statement for VOR is to defend the Creator in the information war. And we've become kind of a cheerleader a little bit for people who believe in the Bible to kind of get behind and to be God's representative, hopefully in media. We'll see how far it goes, but what an honor.
Seems like what you're saying is, at least for you, that was the direction you were supposed to go in.
I don't think this should come across as everybody quit their job and go do the harebrained thing they have in mind. We were praying constantly. When you intend to serve God and you patiently push, what my wife and I try and do is, it's hard to say if a door is open. When I talked about woo-woo Christianity earlier, instead of just being paralyzed, what do? We try to push open a window. We try to push open the door, and we say, God, if you want to close the door or you don't want that to open, then please do. But we try to act. So if God has put something on your heart, or you have an innate attribute to provide the world, and it's a risk to do it, it's okay. And you would almost even expect that, because anything that's good is you have to fight for. How does that saying go? Anything that's worth doing is going to be a struggle. I'm making up new ways to explain this, but if God is calling you and you have something, you sing or you build or you're good at business management. I need a business manager. If you have something that you can provide, God very likely, when you take the risk, you said risk earlier, it's a good word. When you go out on faith and go, I'm going to pursue this thing, God, I need you to make it happen. In my life anyways, twice over 30 years, He's met me entirely. And the more faith I have, the harder I work towards it, the more He opens the doors. And if I'm the guy with 17 degrees, it's like it's my work. I did the thing and I get the glory. But God calls the unqualified. Read the Bible. David, Moses, Abraham, Gideon. These are people that are unqualified, but are willing. And if you're unqualified and willing and you trust God, then He gets the glory when it works.